I know it's a busy time of year, and it's school night, so I know a lot of people have things we gotta get done. So we'll try to get this as fast as possible. And anyone not have a candle? No? All right, I'd like to introduce some people here that you might want to know. There's Pastor Josh James of the Restoration Project. There is 2 council persons, Michelle Gregory and Angela Blake.
Behind you.
Is he here? And of course, Salisbury Mayor Jake Day. All right. Yes, Sarah, get the mayor a candle. He's in the army. I think he can be trusted with fire. All right. The author James Baldwin, in his book The Fire Next Time, wrote, "I know what the world has done to my brother and how narrowly he has survived it. And I know, which is much worse, and this is the crime of which I accuse my country and my countrymen, and for which neither I, nor time, nor history will ever forgive them, that they have destroyed and are destroying hundreds of thousands of lives, and do not know it, and do not want to know it. One can be, indeed, one must strive to become, tough and philosophical concerning destruction and death. For this is what most of mankind has been best at, since we have heard of man. But remember, most of mankind is not all of mankind. But it is not permissible that the authors of devastation should also be innocent. It is the innocence which constitutes the crime." I was unable to escape from Baldwin's words in preparing for this evening. Short of simply saying it and nothing else, it would cut to the heart of why we are gathered here tonight. Racial terror lynching was a tool used thousands of times in our country's history. All too common acts of inhumanity which terrorized Black American communities, reminding them of their place in a de facto system of white supremacy, as well as a warning to never stray from it. It ripped families and whole communities apart. It was a factor in driving what became known as the Great Migration of Southern Blacks to urban centers in the North and West. It had at its root, and as a result, the sowing and the reaping of the enduring myth of Black criminality, echoes which are heard and felt in 21st century police violence. Those who took part in these lynchings acted with impunity, knowing that a justifiable fear of further violence would silence many in the Black community, and knowing the rest of the white community, as well as systems of government in place locally, would turn a blind eye. Yesterday we marked the 88th anniversary of the lynching of Matthew Williams, whose brutal murder was witnessed by upwards of 1,000 local residents, some of whom were prominent members of the community. Despite the 115 witnesses called to grand jury proceedings, no one was ever officially identified as being part of the crowd that night. But it is not permissible that the authors of devastation should also be innocent. It is the innocence which constitutes the crime. It is thought by many to be the last lynching that took place in Wycomico County, and the memory of it survives only in fading newspaper archives, stories passed down in families, both Black and white. In 2017, thanks to work by local activists and historians, we were able to convince the Equal Justice Initiative that there was one more victim that needed to be remembered. We don't know his name, but his memory now resides in jars of soil taken from this location, now residing both at the Legacy Museum as well as here at the Chipman Cultural Center. His memory is also carved in weathered steel in the National Memorial for Peace and Justice. That is why we are here tonight, to remember, to honor his memory, to tell what little we know of his story, to acknowledge that though his name is lost to everyone but time and his creator, we will remind this community that his life mattered. Now we'll have an invocation. Actually, we're going to light the candles now. Sarah? If you start at one end, we can just let everyone light each other's candle.
You're over here.